Hi. So the other day, I was looking at my old YouTube channel, and I noticed that I had not put up a fitness video or something related to fitness in it looks like about 13 years. And I thought to myself, you know what? I've had so many things happen in my life, good and bad. But the one thing that stayed very constant and that has brought me probably the most rewards is fitness and taking care of myself. You know, I am a personal trainer, so I don't have too much of a choice about going to the gym because that's where I work. But I do have a choice on how often I train, what I eat, how I de-stress, things to do for flexibility, mobility, functional training. And I realize that especially now as I'm getting older, and a majority of my clients are older. I'm 63, going to be 64 in July. And maybe it's time to share some of that experience, both good and bad, because it's not always good. There's, the reality is, you try something and it works, you try something else, it doesn't work. Whether it's exercise or nutrition or self-help, whatever, certain things work better for certain people and certain things works better for others. So I kind of wanted to be able to share what little bit of information I have with the older population, especially because, we're all getting older and we all want to still do the things that we did when we were younger. Some of those things we can do, some of those things we can't do. Some of those things we can do, but not as well. And what can we do to mitigate that, to make that better, so that we don't give up the ability to do the things that we enjoyed when we were younger. Hold on, I gotta tie my shoe. Okay, sorry about that. Just looked down and my shoe is untied, and I am walking Woody, the chocolate lab, my Woody the chocolate lab, not to be confused with Woody the chocolate lab. I believe there's one on YouTube, has his own channel. He's a star. Maybe we'll make Woody a star someday too. Woody's pretty young though. He's only 19 months old and he's a good boy, but he sometimes has a mind of his own, as we all do. Anyway, a little bit about myself. Like I said, I'm 63. My name's Tony. And I live in San Antonio, Texas. I've been here since 1986. I've been a personal trainer since 1997. So roughly 30 years, just about 30 years. Was in the Air Force, stationed in Japan for 4 years. Enjoyed that, enjoyed being in the Air Force, but at the time couldn't wait to get out. And again, one thing that I have noticed that has stayed pretty constant in my life is fitness. I've been working out on and off since I was about, I guess around 14 years old. I got my first Joe Weider weight set, 110-pound weight set with this little rickety bench and these screw-on dumbbells, and I kind of fell in love with it. So probably in all that time, taking some time off here and there, tried different jobs, but finally figured out a way to make it my career. And I've been fortunate enough to be blessed with lots of really good clients who have over the years become my friends. A lot of my clients I've had for over 20 years. Do have some new ones. I do tend to find that a lot of the ones that benefit the most from training are the older ones. You know, young people will start working out for a while. They kind of do it mostly for aesthetics. You know, they want to look better in their clothes or in their bathing suit or whatever, or they're trying to impress somebody. And when that's your only motivation, you know, you might stick with it for a while, but really, you know, what is fitness and what is health and how does that apply to longevity? You know, again, we want to be able to do stuff that we did when we were younger. I see a lot of young people in the gym that maybe are doing it to look better, but they're certainly not thinking about how their joints are going to feel 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, and what they could be doing to, you know, maximize their longevity and quality of life. And I know I'm probably rambling here. This is the first video in a long time dealing on this subject, so I don't want to overdo it. But I do have certain, you know, training strategies that I use, nutritional strategies that I use, and even now as I've gotten older, I've adopted things like meditation. And I don't mean like, you know, meditation. I mean just, you know, breath work and focus drills, and that really help you deal with the everyday stressors that we encounter all the time. I mean, in real life, you know, you've got stressors at work, you got family stresses, you've got different kinds of relationship stressors. There's always something coming up that can derail the way you are thinking and being with yourself and with others. So again, we want to try to figure out ways to improve our life and improve our relationships and improve our health. So that's what this channel is going to be about now. Again, I feel like I've been being pretty long-winded here, so this may get edited down a little bit, but I really wanted to get the message across that it's, you know, it's important how we approach the rest of our lives. And if you are interested in hearing more about that and how I deal with it, and maybe if there's anything that I can do to motivate you or help you or put you on in a different direction, then I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments below, because that's how we make content. That's how we get to know each other. All right, well, anyway, that's it for now. Peace. Talk to you later. Bye.